not to scare you and not to make you apprehensive. Gary's Tours fans, we're on Valentia Island, and we've come upon some relatively narrow roads. I actually had to back up about a quarter of a mile to help someone get past me. So because of that, I want you to understand what driving in Ireland is like. And it's not something to be afraid of, it's just something to understand. So that's why these are some of the typical type of roads that you find in Ireland. Ireland's a beautiful place. If you look at the background and the scenery there, it's absolutely superb. But this is the road I'm on. It's a one-car road. So whenever you have two cars, you have to think ahead and find a place to pull over as much as you can so the other car can get by. You can pull over here, that'd be a good spot. You pull over here, that'd be another good spot to let somebody get by you. And you have tractors here, there's manure in the road, I can see it, from cattle and cows being walked up this road. These are cow paths. And that's what you have a lot of in Ireland. And that's okay. That's part of the charm of it. I think if you ask the local residents if they would like to make the roads wider and make them more super highway like interstates in the United States, they'd probably tell you no. So that's what you have. And it's actually, I find it actually challenging to ride on these kind of roads and to do it successfully and survive. This is a house that fell apart. It needs a new roof. Great place for a house. Love to have a house right along here. Might get lonely. Might get tough to get into town to buy groceries. If you run out of milk or something like that, it might take a while to get it. Someone's building a new house right there. Look at that. Mixing cement as we speak. How about that? See, it's another place you can pull over if someone was coming by. So you always, as you're riding along, you go slowly enough so you can see what's coming up ahead of you and where you might want to pull your car over. Now, this is really part of our trip going around the Ring of Kerry and coming back. We took a little detour in the Ring of Kerry and went to Valentia Island. Now we're heading back through Valentia Island to the Ring of Kerry and heading back to Killarney from there. I was considering going to visit the lighthouse, but we'll save that for another trip to Valentia Island. We'll make them back to Valentia Island. There's other things to see. I did take a couple of photographs. There's some really interesting plant life here that looks like it's almost tropical. And supposedly there are tropical plants growing on Valentia Island because it never goes below 50 degrees, and you have the Gulf Stream constantly supplying warm air. See how we did this? Not hard. Just anticipate and be nice. It's now 2:21 in the afternoon, and I anticipate, strike that. It's 3:21. We should be back by 5:21 to Killarney. Just in time for Guinness time. Let's see where these signs are taking us to here. This is going back to Valencia. This is going back to Kingstown. That's where we want to go. We'll see some of the other things, the quarry, the slate quarry, and some other attractions here later. Here's where I saw some unusual plants. That's why I'm letting the video run on this very narrow road. One reason is so you can see how narrow it is. Two, so you can see some of the interesting plants. There are what appeared to be, to me, some plants from the palm family, and also some See these ferns? Those are unnatural ferns, I think, for this part of the world. I'm not sure. They may be perfectly natural, maybe just spring ferns. And what look, these things look like they're ferns, but they look like palms to me. And there was some plants along here with huge leaves. So if any of you out there watching this video are horticulturists and know about tropical plants growing in Ireland, please feel free to comment. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've read some literature saying there are tropical plants here, and some particularly, I hope that we come upon some really, here's some. See the size of those leaves on that thing, whatever it is? Those are huge leaves. That's, I think, a tropical plant. I could be wrong, but I think that's a tropical plant. If I'm wrong, leave a note in the comments if you know what kind of plant that was that I just showed you. Alright, so I've showed you how narrow it is. Another one of those big plants. I've showed you how narrow it is. I'm just cutting out till we get back on the Ring of Kerry. Okay, Gary's Tours fans. It's 4 p.m. and you know where we are. We're back on the Ring of Kerry, and we're heading back to Killarney. On the Ring of Kerry, and we're going back. We're about an hour and a half from Killarney. We should arrive in Killarney at 5:30. So we came around, went to R465, went to the Kerry Cliffs, and we'll have a separate video about the Cliffs of Kerry. Went to the island of Valentia and watched the pterodactyls steps and looked at those. We'll have a separate video about that, and some driving on the island of Valentia, which we should make for where the roads are really narrow. And in fact, I had to back up about 1/8 of a mile to let people past, which is always fun. To find a place I could stash my car a little closer to the side of the road so a large tractor and a truck can get by. But that's okay. That's Ireland. We've had rain, we've had sun, and now we're going back to Killarney. As I can tell, it's almost Guinness time. It'll be Guinness time in an hour and a half. If we don't stop, we can do the Ring of Kerry in about 3 hours. It's not the distance, it's the width of the roads. the summer, not like LA. Ring of Kerry, brought to you by Gary's Tours. Please subscribe and like.